Erica, was this premeditated? It was. The moment I open my eyes, I'm racing the clock. But something that I noticed while going through some of my practice exams. Sorry, I'm not staring at you guys. I'm literally trying to think. I have flashcards on these. Why did I miss them? But now I'm not living out my dream, and was it my fault? This is no one else's dream but your own. We've had this conversation before, like, I don't even know how we got to there. Now I'm gonna add this to my list. Good morning, vlog. Welcome to today's video. Honestly, I don't really know how I'm gonna title these, what the structure really is, but this is the video of me the day after I took my practice exam yesterday. Obviously, that did not go how I initially wanted it to, but we're not here to give up. So I'm on my way to my friend's coffee shop, which if you watch any of my vlogs, especially Vlogmas, my friend opened up a coffee shop like a year and a half ago. I'm gonna go there and study for a bit. She also is going to be working, like she'll be working and then reading our book club book. So I thought it would be fun to like go hang out with her, but also get some work done. Yeah, but I am gonna go and get me a coffee for the drive over there because I'm so tired. It's 20 minutes away and I just don't think I want to make that drive without a coffee. So I'll see you guys at none other than Starbucks because that's the closest coffee place over there, or on my way there. I'm at Starbucks. I sometimes forget because I literally never really leave my house how many people live where I live. And it's still, I guess it's like a big town. I guess you could say it's not like a city. Or at least I don't think it's a city. I don't think that it meets the number of city members. Anyways, I'm sitting in line at Starbucks. And like whenever I like have to sit in line, I'm like reminded. I'm like, oh. And like I'm not talking about like a short little 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 car line. Like we're deep. We're far back. So I'm always quickly reminded that it is growing, which is happy because I don't think that we would be getting places like Home Goods, Trader Joe's, and all the other places that like I see other people like on YouTube shop at if we weren't growing in size. So that's great. I also think that it just brings more youth and more like life and diversity, which North Carolina desperately needs. So I'm happy about that, but I'm coming to I should have seen that coming, honestly. But I'm going to Starbucks because I want to get the holiday drinks. I haven't had one yet. I'm like looking at them. They don't have anything new though. I guess they have the pecan crunch oat milk latte. They had the iced gingerbread oat milk chai latte, which we had last year. And then they had the iced sugar cookie almond milk latte. I guess that's newish. They do have like new refreshers. They have a cranberry orange lemonade refresher. Oh, it's my turn.
It's my turn. Hi, welcome to Starbucks. What can we get for you?
Hi, can I get a grande caramel brulee latte with the extra pump of the caramel brulee?
Is that hot or iced?
Hot.
Alrighty, anything else?
That will be all.
Okay, $6.69.
Thank you. I forgot that I kind of wanted a croissant. But then she was like, is that all? And I was like, oh yeah. Dang it. It's okay, I have food in my bag. To talk more about these vlogs, I literally am trying my best to figure out how I want to go about it. I originally thought, oh, let's do it assessment by assessment, thing by thing. But like, it doesn't really make sense that way. So I don't know. I think I'm just going to continue to vlog up until my test date, which is going to be so much storage and so much footage. So I originally got this SD card that I'm on now. Not that you guys care, but let me explain it for my benefit. I originally got the SD card that I'm filming on now because it's in my smaller camera for Vlogmas. So I need to go and get another SD card that's for my smaller camera for Vlogmas. And then the bigger one that I had is what I just filmed on. So I will continue to use both. It really just depends on where I am. Like I might do the next vlog on the bigger camera, just like switch it up back and forth so I'm not like overloading one SD card, because obviously I'm not going to go back and film any of this footage until after I get my exam. Like I don't even think I'm going to put it on my computer, yada yada yada. I got this thing off of Amazon where you can like store all of your SD cards. So I'm super excited about that. So I'm going to store them in there and I won't lose them. But I'm like determined to do well on this thing. Like I know yesterday to the outside eye I might have looked like a failure. And I feel my brain trying to tell me that. But there's a huge part of me that it was so happy, because when I tell you I've never felt that way about a chemistry physics passage, it's only happened maybe like once in a blue moon. So I'm really excited and happy about that score, but I do need to pick it up. I think I already told you guys my plan, but I want to get through this practice exam as quickly as possible. We'll talk about the common things that I missed and the overall plan, or like the plan in detail, but the overall plan is to start doing all my questions timed. And I think instead of doing 15, 15, 15 of each section, I'm going to just do 30 and then max 45 of each like section every single day, if that makes sense. So I think it'll be easier that way. But I have to get my coffee bogies, so let me get my life together. Do y'all ever have a favorite song and it starts playing before your trip, so you have to pause your music? Because that's what just happened to me. Like one of my favorite songs from the 1989 Vault tracks. Why did I set an alarm for 9:30 today? Okay. But yeah, so I have it paused because I'm not playing it until I get on the road. That's what I think about every single time I listen to the song. But it truly is a gem. Oh, they got the new drink. I also brought a cup for me to put my Starbucks in, because I'm not going to tell Tiana that I stopped to get coffee on the way to her coffee shop. But listen, I drink like 3 coffees. I've actually toned it down a lot. In college, I was drinking like 3 or 4 coffees a day. I feel like that contributed a little bit to my mental breakdowns that I used to have a lot junior year. But also, you're talking to someone who junior year of high school and junior year of college are very similar in the sense of you're stacking on a lot of your hardest courses. You probably have you've been in college enough to have some drama. You've been in high school enough to have some drama. You're like in clubs now, like you're just accustomed to everything, but you're also getting ready to exit. So who am I to say that it wasn't because of that? Hi, good, how are you?
Okay, it's gonna be $6.69. Do you need a stopper?
Yes, please.
Would you like a free spinach feta or potato chive bakes today?
Hey, how you doing?
What's that?
Food items? Like a spinach feta wrap?
Is it free? Oh, sure.
Have a good one.
Thank you, you too. Guys, that was so sweet. I don't even, what did she say? I blacked out. I think it has cheese in it, which now I feel kind of bad because I don't eat cheese, but I might eat it. She said something. Oh, dude, you're not looking. I swear to no one, because I don't swear on anything, but that was so rude. Okay, no one's behind me. Let's see what the frick this is. It's like a wrap. Spinach feta. That's cheese. Maybe I'll give it to T. She loves spinach and feta, actually. Alright, I'm gonna see y'all at the coffee shop. Okay, I made it. It literally feels like it's like 5 minutes later, but it's not. Anyways, I'm about to pour my Starbucks in here, but honestly, it won't really matter because I'm gonna see if she wants this spinach feta, because I'm pretty sure she likes spinach and feta. But just in case customers come in, and you might be thinking, Erica, was this premeditated? It was. It was, because I did, in fact, bring a cup from home. I always knew I was going to go. I don't like making this drive without coffee, because today it wasn't that bad, but some days I've been needing the liquid. Let's go inside. There's somebody out here watching me, so that's lovely. Alright, see y'all on the inside. Well, I do want to give proof that I actually went to the coffee shop, because I didn't vlog anything there, because me and Tiana ended up talking, then there was customers, then we had some of her friends and family come in, and I was yada yada yada, but I did study a little bit. But I'm on my way back home to study more, and I'll talk to you guys there. I just can't believe that I didn't pick up my camera at all. And I like thought about it too while I was studying, but I was like, oh, there's people behind me like sitting down, like I don't want to get them in the shot. And yeah, but here's my actual proof. I did purchase a coffee. It's really good. It's like a white chocolate. I don't even know what she made me, but she made me what she makes herself. Hello, guys. I don't even want to tell you what time it is, but I'm going to. It's 8:04 p.m. I am having the worst headache ever, which is to be expected because I spent a lot of yesterday reading questions, using my big brain, yada yada yada. Now my head really hurts. Yeah, I'm extremely tired. I have a lot of work to do. But something that I noticed while going through some of my practice exams, I'll tell you a few things. One, I need to go through the flashcards that I made from UWorld and from this. That is like a main priority before I take my next exam, because I noticed I was missing some of the same topics or like questions that I made flashcards on, which is probably the most frustrating thing, because I feel like with studying for the MCAT, it's really a big balance of working hard, studying the right things, and then preparing all those things for you to study. Like, it's one thing for you to make a study guide. It's another thing for you to actually study that study guide. And that's the part that I've always struggled with. I'm fine with writing things down. I'm fine with making flashcards, but going back and actually studying them has always proven to be a challenge for me. Sometimes I get lucky and I just remember the information that I've written down, especially like big topics and big concepts. There's been like 2 questions already where I'm like, I have flashcards on these. Why did I miss them? 2, I downloaded, so Jack Weston, if you don't know, they have, I guess, like solutions, like worked out solutions and explanations as to why you get the problems wrong, because the AAMC kind of just tells you, it doesn't explain like the process of how you got it wrong. It just says like a blanket statement. So say you miss like 2 + 2 = 4. Instead of it being like, okay, like, hold up 2 fingers, and count all those fingers together and you get 4, it'll just be like 2 + 2 = 4, not 5. And the passage told you that. Like, I don't know. It doesn't really go in depth is what I'm trying to say. So I downloaded, or I was looking at the Jack Weston, and it stopped like halfway. You can like download this Google Chrome extension. So I did that, and it's actually pretty helpful, but I don't like the way that it formats. So what I've been doing, or what I ended up doing at the coffee shop, is going through and screenshotting everything and putting it on my iPad, and then I need to go back through and turn on the extension browser, and it like changes the format a little bit and adds in the Jack Weston explanations. So that's what I'm gonna try to do now. I've only worked on the chem and physics passage today. Yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do. I have my water. No more coffee for me. I'm honestly really tired, and I kind of just want to go to sleep. Obviously, as you can see, I'm going to try to get some more work done because it won't do itself. Also, I have not done my Anki for the day, and I did Anki yesterday, but only like a few of the cards. I didn't complete all of my due cards. So I have those due today as well. And to be honest, I probably won't finish them all until like Monday. So I just need to try to do as many as I can. That way it doesn't stack up to a ridiculous amount. But like I said, I just have trouble, I guess, balancing everything. Like doing the Anki, making the flashcards, doing the reviews, doing questions. Oh my gosh. This light is like actually hurting my eyes. Hold on. Ow. Something is, I don't know. Ow. I'm gonna try to put on some glasses. Maybe I should take some medicine, because I genuinely don't think that I could afford to not work a little bit tonight. You know what? I'm not even going to turn off the camera because this is real. This is real time. Real time me trying to combat a headache. I get headaches probably way more than I would like. I feel like probably enough till I should probably be a little bit more concerned about it. But at the same time, like, I'm always on some sort of like blue light technology. So like, you know. I don't know how long it takes for ibuprofen to kick in. I think it's like 30 minutes. That's what I tell myself. I'm about to look it up though. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. It's like always right above my eye. I'm looking up how long it takes for ibuprofen to kick in. 20 to 30 minutes. Its maximum effects are usually seen within 1 to 2 hours. For some people who have had pain for weeks or months, it may take several days of regularly dosing before you notice some relief. Medication, best for headaches. I think I need to get some like migraine medication. Anyways, I'm kind of scared to open up my computer again because it was like an instant pain. I mean, you guys saw, but I'm gonna try and just see if it comes back. Even though I know the ibuprofen obviously has not kicked in because I just took it. I have it on such, like, look at this. It's such a low lighting. Oh my gosh. But like, genuinely, my head hurts. I'm gonna try to get some work done. Maybe if I put a light on my computer, it'll do better. But yeah, that's all I have for you for now. I just kind of feel, I just got really nauseous too. All right, I'm gonna check back in with you guys in 20 minutes. So at around 8:30 something, check back in. So it's been over 30 minutes. My head feels okay, but every so often, as you could probably see in the previous clips, like if I go like this, I get like a random sharp pain and it hurts for about 3 to 5 seconds and then I'm okay. But I notice that it comes anytime I try to read the words. Or if I get super duper close to the light, I just felt it right then a little bit. So I think I'm just going to do some organizational admin type of work. I feel like a big part for me for learning, and probably a lot of people, is making sure my notes are organized. So what I'm doing right now, I already explained to you guys, I'm going through and screenshotting the question and putting it in my notes. Normally I would do this while I was reviewing the question, but because I'm using the Jack Weston like extension thing, it changes the formatting. And the way that AMC is set up right now, when I like screenshot it, is perfect for going back later and adding it into Anki, like making my own flashcards out of the questions. So I don't want to mess it up. And like Jack Weston has like the answers like all spread out with the explanations there, so I wouldn't be able to just like screenshot the question, add it into Anki, and then use that as a flashcard, if that makes sense. So I'm going through screenshotting all of them, adding it up here, and I think I'm just going to do that for all the sections. That way when I go to review biochem and psych soc later on, it's already up here and I don't have to like take off the extension, go back and forth, if that even makes sense. So that's what I think I'm going to do tonight. And then if my head's still feeling okay, maybe try to do some flashcards, maybe like 100 if I'm feeling super duper optimistic, but I'll take anything at this point. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. Oh, I was also going to tell you guys that even just like going through and screenshotting the chemistry questions, I noticed that I have to practice time, which I already said that I was going to, but there were some questions that I definitely could have got right if I just had the time to, you know, appropriately go through them. So that's the two big things: doing my flashcards for the flashcards that I actually make for myself, and then practicing with time. But in the last video, I said that I wanted to start having like 3 big goals that I'll have for each week. So this week obviously is going to be finishing reviewing this exam, but I really want to get it done by like Wednesday at the latest. That way I could still get like a day or 2 in of practicing questions. And I know what you guys are thinking, Wednesday, that's kind of late, Erica. Like, yeah, but I don't know. Sometimes it takes me a minute to review them. But honestly, I was kind of flying through them at Tiana's coffee shop. It was just hard because we were talking and then people came in and we started talking, and you guys know how it goes. So a lot of this stuff I know, it's either in my flashcards and I just am getting it wrong because I neglected to study my flashcards, or I just like am making like not so smart decisions. I've rarely ran into questions where I was like, oh, I actually didn't know that. So that's good, I guess. But yeah, I'm just going to sit here. I'm also blasting some worship music. It's a great time. And yeah, this is probably what my night's gonna look like for the rest of the night. I don't think I'm gonna be doing much reading tonight, which I have a reading vlog that takes place during this time. And I know what you guys are thinking. Why would you be reading? You should be dedicating all of your time to the MCAT. Trust me, I feel the same way, but I also think the same way that people decompress and watch TV shows and watch YouTube, which I still do those sometimes too. I decompress by reading. I used to feel bad about it because people would be like, oh, like if you're reading, you could study. But no, that's like saying, oh, if you're watching TV, you could study. Like sometimes your brain just needs a break. But I don't think that I'm going to be reading tonight. And the book that I'm reading is kind of sketch. So I don't think I'm going to read it tomorrow because tomorrow's Sunday, the Lord's Day. So I'm not going to do that. And I say all this because it's starting to stress me out a little bit because we have book club Thursday. That means I need to have the book read by Thursday. That means if I don't read any tonight and I don't read any on Sunday, I have 3 days and Thursday. It's not till later that day, but like legit 3 days, which I think everybody's kind of feeling the stress from reading this time. It just seems like the time got away from us, you know? At least I don't think anyone in the group has finished the book yet, which is saying something. It's one of those books where it's just like, what? Like, it's not bad. I say it's not bad as in like the writing. It's so hard. It's not bad as in like, it's not a bad book, but the stuff that we're reading about, I'm just like, what the freak? And what's really sad is I picked the book, but I don't know if I was gifted this book or if I bought this book blindly, which is probably what happened because I like to go into books blind. But I'm just like, I told the reading blog, I was like, I would DNF this if it wasn't for the group, the book club. So maybe I need to start doing a little bit of research when I buy books. So I'm just like, this is way, no ma'am. No ma'am. I'm gonna finish this. Now we'll see you guys. I don't know. I normally take Sundays off. I don't know if I'm gonna take tomorrow off. I might work less hours than usual because I just feel like, I don't know. So either you'll see me on Sunday or you'll see me on Monday for the beginning of this week. This is me going through my exam and whatever else we get into this week. Honestly, I don't really know. I got to think of my 2 other big things that I want to get done. I know that I want to get finished reviewing this exam, and I know that I want to start doing sections time. But I feel like the first goal is fine. The second one, I'm just like, yeah, that's not really a definite thing you could check off your to-do list. So, good night, and I will see you guys soon. I know I said I would talk to you guys later, but I feel like I want to add this in here today. So I'm sitting here going through everything, doing very much. It's gonna help me out in the long run, but it kind of feels like nothing. I'm sitting here thinking through my week, thinking through the holiday season coming up, thinking through posting, all this stuff, getting kind of stressed. And something that I've been telling myself lately, amongst all the other things that I tell myself to make myself feel better, which is Rome wasn't built in a day. I actually looked up how long it took to build Rome, and it was like 1,000 something years. I'm pretty sure I Googled it. So that always makes me feel better. Also, something else that's really been making me feel better is all the things that I'm doing are my dreams and my goals. If I'm like tired like I am right now and I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm like, you don't have to, but the only person that's hurting is you. The only person that's going to make sad is you later on in the future. I feel like sometimes that could backfire. So, take that with a grain of salt. But for me, it's really been helping because I'm a type A type of person. I'm the oldest daughter. So that tells you a lot. Like, I feel like I take care of other people a lot and put a lot of like my friends' goals, my siblings' goals, my family's goals, like in front of my own, which happy to do. It's what I feel like Jesus calls us to do most of the time, which is just serve others and put others before ourselves. But every so often I have to remind myself that doesn't mean that you don't still work on your own stuff and your own goals. And like, yeah, you might be tired, but you just have to make the decision. Like, is it worth it in this moment to keep going or go to bed? Like, no one's forcing me to do this, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And sometimes that helps me. Like, I was sitting here stressing about like Vlogmas and like having to read and like all like everything was swirling around. And I was like, no one's forcing you to do YouTube. You don't have to do it. You don't have to post these vlogs if you don't want to. When you come back to them and you edit them, and if you don't like them or if you don't, things don't work out, like no one has to know, which this not working out is a little bit of a different situation, I will say. But like, I think sometimes I get so caught up in my head about like being tired, overwhelmed, like there's so much on my plate. I don't have to do Vlogmas if I don't want to. I can post as many days as I want. Like if I miss a day, like it's fine. Or you can just push through and do it. Like you want to do it. All the things that I'm doing right now are things that I want to do. It might be stressful, but it is good stress in a sense. It's not like I'm doing things that I don't want to do. It's not like I'm being forced to study something that I don't want to study. Like, like it's everything that I want to do. I just have to be smart about it. I have to be strategic about it, planning, yada, yada, yada. So yeah, that's what I was sitting here thinking about. And I was like, let me tell the vlog that. So if you're in my same position, maybe you're retaking the MCAT, you're studying, you just got off of work or something, or you've had a long day, or you just feel like maybe you don't have the emotional or financial support, like things are just going bad, right? Just remind yourself, at the end of the day, it's your dream and it's your goal. If you feel like you need the night off and it's not going to affect you later on, like you are fine with taking the night off, which there are many of nights where I'm fine with taking the night off, then take the night off. If you think that you can push through and you're just being a negative Nancy, sorry for anybody out there that's named Nancy, I'm sure you're lovely, then keep going. Because really, at the end of the day, I have to tell myself, it's no one else's dream but yours. When I didn't get into medical school, I was the one that was crushed. Like, yeah, my parents are probably upset for me. They were worried about me. Yeah, my siblings probably felt sorry for me. Yeah, my friends probably empathized with me. But like, at the end of the day, I was the one who felt all of the bad feelings. I was the one who knew how much work I put in. Like, other people could probably guess, but no one truly knew. And no one truly had any words that really encouraged me besides, people that have been in my position. But like, other than that, it was just me that felt bad. It was just me who didn't get to continue on to school. Like, my best friend still went to law school. My siblings still went back to college. My parents still went to work the next day. Like, nobody else's life stopped except for mine. And I think that that's kind of the thing that's been kind of a fire under my butt a little bit per se, because like, at the end of the day, if you don't wake up every day and do the things that you need to do to feel better and feel successful and do the things that you know will improve future you, it's not hurting anyone but you. And that's not to say that trials and tribulations don't come along. That's not to say that you won't fail even though you tried your best. When you're given the opportunity to try something again, when you're given the opportunity to work hard to be successful at something, the journey is long and the journey is hard and the journey is stressful and it sucks, and half the time you don't even want to be doing whatever you're doing. Remind yourself, and I'm reminding myself, it's no one else's dream but yours. And when it doesn't work out, it's not going to hurt anyone else the way that it hurts you. I can promise you that much. Like, that was the thing I think that sucks so much this time. I felt like that Taylor Swift lyric where it's like, did you ever hear about the girl who got frozen? Time moved on for everybody else. She won't notice. Except for I did notice. But the time moved on for everybody else part really resonated with me, because it did. Everyone else went right back to what they were doing prior to knowing this thing. They sympathized. They empathized. But like, that was that. And I think that was the hardest part. And like, I'm not saying that in like a bitter way. It's just the truth. Like, life kept going for everyone else, but for me, for a long time, it felt like I was just constantly reminded, and I was, because I was getting emails about the fact that I didn't get in. I was just constantly reminded that all of my hard work that I had put in, all of the things that I did, all the sacrifices that I made, like, it just ultimately ended up being mute in that moment. And I think something else that plagued me too, that's been something that I've been going by this time, is like, there's always going to be things that pop up, but you have to prioritize things that are important to you. So like, yeah, there's emergencies, yada, yada, yada. You'll be surprised when you're really dedicated, you can find times to study in the most craziest of situations. Although I was helping my siblings and stuff with, and moving them into college, yada, 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 that was fine. Could I have spent more time studying? And the fact that I couldn't say no, like, I studied as much as I can, or yeah, I should have studied more, like, I had no answer for myself, because like, I didn't know. I mean, this time around it would be completely different. Like, I feel like hands down I've studied, at least up until this point, the most that I possibly could without going crazy. But I feel like that taught me a lesson too, because it was like, you were helping other people achieve their goals. And that is great and that is good and you should do that. But at the same time, you still have to make sure that you're achieving your dreams and your goals, because when your stuff fails, no one else is going to feel that pain but you. And so while I was sitting here panicking a little bit about all the things that I want to get done and want to do within these next few months, I was like, it's a lot. Once it is all said and done, once the end of this exam rolls around, I studied hard, I got the good score, I did all of Vlogmas, posted every single day, like, that's what I wanted. That's all that I wanted in that moment, was to just do those two things, do really, really good at both those two things, and yeah. I think about that. And I have to remind myself constantly while I'm studying, like, if you decide to go to bed right now, that is fine. That is your choice. And I'm not saying it's a good choice or a bad choice, Erica, but will this help future you? Is future you going to look back on this moment and think, man, I could have pushed a little bit harder, did a little bit more, even for 30 more minutes, and felt completely different than I do in this by not doing that amount of time, if that makes sense. Like, it's no one else's dreams and goals but yours. That's really the statement that I keep repeating to myself over and over. I just feel like it hurt so much this past time, partly because I realized that I really felt frozen and everyone else just kept going. Which, it's not like bitter. It sounds kind of bitter, but it's not bitter. It's just more of like, wow, I'm watching everyone else live out their dreams and I'm so happy for them, but now I'm not living out my dream. And was it my fault? Did I not do enough? Did I not study hard enough? Did I put too much emphasis into others' goals and not enough into mine? What if I treated myself the same way that I treat my family and friends and loved ones, you know? Because I feel like sometimes I can do so much for everyone else, and then when it comes to me, I'm like, oh, I'll do it later. Oh, like, I can handle that later, you know? So that's what I was sitting here thinking about, and I felt like that was really important to pull out the camera and say again. But I'm on the psych section of just like going through and organizing the way that I want to. And then I think I'm going to do some Anki. And then I think I will probably shower and go to bed because it's 10 o'clock and I want to go to church in the morning. So I'm going to try to go through this rather quickly. Did you ever hear about the girl that got frozen? Time to remember everybody else won't know it. She's so 23, inside her fantasy, how it was supposed to be. Good night. I keep coming back. Sometimes this is why I never say good night, because I constantly come back. I constantly have things that I have to say, but I did some math in my head. In order to get a score that would allow me to go to majority of the schools in my state, I can miss no more than 9 questions in chemistry, physics, and biochem. I can miss no more than 7 questions in cars, and I can miss no more than 6 questions in psych soc. I want you guys to sit there and think about that. So out of 59 questions for chemistry, physics, biology, and biochemistry, I can miss 9. I guess that's not too bad. But for cars, 43 questions, I can miss 7. 53. Okay. But psych soc, only missing 6 out of 59? Y'all are crazy. It's like my goal when I'm doing my practice for this upcoming week always is to get the majority right. But I think in my head, sometimes I'm like, oh, like I got a 60% on UWorld, or like I'm doing okay. Like I scored above the average. But I need to go in with the mindset of if I do 30 questions, I can't miss any. Once I hit 10, that's too many questions missed. That's going to be interesting going in with that mindset. But I think that it's helpful. If we were looking at a perfect score, just for kicks and giggles, I calculated it. I could only miss 2 questions for psych soc and chemistry physics. And I could only miss 3 questions for biochem and cars. So basically no more than 2 or 3 questions across the board to get a perfect score. I don't really have anything to add other than we're aiming for perfection. That's what they think. I don't really have any thoughts other than I just got to get to work. I think it'll be very interesting though, like going into your world now with this mindset of like, okay, if you miss 5 questions, okay, like that's okay. But like try to get it down to as little questions as missed as possible. Whereas like, I don't know, it's always, oh, like you got this many percentages right. Like that's good. It's not enough anymore. Cracks knuckles. I can't do it because I can only crack I guess I can do it individually. That's the mindset I will be going in with. Very interesting, very interesting, very interesting. It's 11:06. I'm not going to get through much of my Anki. I'm just going to do a little bit. And then I think I'm going to go downstairs and get a cookie to reward myself for even sitting here studying this late. And then I'm going to go to bed. I think tomorrow I do want to do a little bit of work, but nothing too overwhelming. I'm already mad that not mad, but I'm already kind of like, that I'm not going to read tomorrow. I'm not going to read that book tomorrow. I could read like another one, but Reading that book on a Sunday just seems wild to me. So I'm not going to do that. This week, I'm aiming for no more than 10. Next week, we'll aim for no more than 5. That's insane. Good night for real this time. Good night for real.
That means you can't invite Peter.
Hello. It's Sunday, so it's the next day. And I haven't really been studying today, which Sundays are normally my rest days. I went to church this morning. I really spent majority of my day editing on YouTube. I should say editing for YouTube. And then I took the most beautifulest, best nap of my life. I guess I didn't realize how tired I had been, because like yesterday I was feeling bad. Last time you guys saw me, I had like a massive headache. Thankfully I didn't wake up with a headache, but still I just felt like so sluggish and tired, I guess from taking the exam and probably just studying, yada yada yada. Took the most beautifulest nap today, and I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna be upset that it was probably considered sleep by some people. Like, I literally slept. Now it's 9:54 p.m. I'm sitting downstairs. I ate some dinner and I'm watching To All the Boys I've Loved Before. I have 30 minutes left. Just sitting here thinking about how this movie should be considered a classic. Like, I don't know what the qualifications are, but everything about it is perfect. The songs, the lighting, the characters, the plot, the scenery, the sets, everything about it. Like, I'm just sitting here like in awe. Like, these are the type of movies that inspire me to edit my videos in a more cinematography, I don't even know how you say it, type of way, like more in a film type of way. Like, this editing is beautiful. I'm just sitting here looking at it. It's like the dark lighting, and it's Christmassy. This is like the Christmas one. It's beautiful. I think the second one happens around Christmas time too. But I was looking at the way that they decorate their house, like, anyways, I'm gonna sit here and do Anki while I watch this one and then probably start the next one. I'm not really that tired, but I do need to go to bed at somewhat of a decent time because I have to be up early tomorrow, of course, to start my week. I figured I'd just sit down here because I have a load of laundry going and I want to switch this one over and start another one, so it'll probably be like an hour. And I'm down here, I'm just gonna be sitting here doing Anki and watching one of my favorite movies and starting the second one. Or I might watch people decorating their house for Christmas on YouTube. One of the two.
Peter.
Just so you know, nothing happened between me and Jen last night.
No, what happened was that you went to her room in the first place.
Maybe she went inside to talk about this. She asked you to leave, buddy.
Josh, I'm fine. Go back and talk.
No, it's fine. No.
I probably should have tried to study during the best part. Do you ever wonder, like, I have to pause because I'm gonna get distracted. Do you ever wonder in romance movies what happens to everyone else besides the main characters? Like, with my favorite ones, especially like romances that are like really well thought out, I think about it. Like, I want to know what Margot did in Scotland. I want to know if Josh found true love. I want to know if Genevieve found true love. I want to know how Chris's study abroad went. Like, I want to know about Lucas. Like, it just feels so. I want to know about Trevor, even though he has a movie that's kind of like To All the Boys I Loved Before, it's called Taipei or something like that. It's actually really good. I watched it. I might rewatch it later this week. Yeah, I always wonder. Another one, After. I freaking love After, but here's the thing about After. The books are really well written in regards to the secondary characters. So even though the movies did, in my opinion, not the best job, I know what happens to everybody. Okay, I know what happens to Landon. He gets married. He has his own book spinoff. Have I read it? No. I know what happens to Zed, Molly, Stephanie. It's really good. It's really good. I really hope, this is such a side note, but I really hope this summer I Turn Pretty, we get to see Belly actually like living abroad, because I always wanted to know about that when I was like younger and read the books. I was like, okay, so what does she do abroad? I'm gonna continue to study. Keep me accountable. I'm on flashcard. I have 297 reviews and 3 learning. So when I come back, hopefully the learning is still 3, but it'll probably go up. But hopefully I'm on like 200. Good morning, guys. It's Monday. It's the start of the work week, and I'm not at the coffee shop yet, as you guys can tell, and I am not going right now. I'm doing something for my dad, so I'm gonna sit here and wait on him to get finished with whatever it is he's doing, and I'm gonna do some Anki. This is like the perfect time to do Anki because I'm not at a table, so I can't do like my normal lay everything out and get to work type of thing, but I can do Anki. I'm pretty sure you can do Anki offline too, so that'll be great for me. So that's what I'm gonna sit here and do. I thought I'd tell you guys. Last night I ended up doing, let's see, I did 153 reviews yesterday, so I have quite a bit to do today. I have 306 to do, and then I kind of want to do, obviously, go over my exam. I want to do flashcards on the other thing that I purchased. I haven't done any yet, but I really got that one because it's really good at psych soc, so those are the ones that I'm like predominantly focused on. And then I probably do psych soc, biology, biochemistry, and then if I have time I do like the chemistry ones, but I feel like those aren't really, you know, I'd rather do like the flashcards that I make where I can practice the questions. But yeah, I have a coffee that I made at home. It's really good. Hopefully I can go study at the coffee shop later once all this is taken care of. That's the plan. I do have a lot of things to get done today. I need to finish editing my YouTube video and have it ready to go for tomorrow to post. Then have to read. I have not read our book club book. And we have book club, we're meeting on Thursday, so that's a thing. And then Tuesday I'm going to the gym with one of my friends. Wednesday we're going to this thing at church that we have, and yeah, then we meet Thursday, so it'll be a fun week. I might take you guys along with me for all that stuff, even though it's predominantly me studying for the MCAT. Still don't know how I want to go about it, but I feel like it's so interesting to like vlog my days as well, so you're not just sitting there watching me study for hours and hours. And like I said earlier, I really can't ask for any feedback because this is going up months and months later, but hopefully it turns out okay. I feel like vlogging more, you can always cut out what you don't want. Like if I end up just liking the study stuff, I can just cut out all the extra stuff. But if I end up thinking that it's too boring and I don't film any of the extra stuff, then I can't add it in. So I'll probably just act like this is a regular week in my life plus studying. Yeah, I'm gonna sit here and do this Anki. I'll let you know what I get to. But I've been listening to the song that everybody's been editing JJ and Kiara to from OBX. It's eating. They've been editing JJ and Kiara. I've seen John B and Sarah Cameron. I've seen Rafe and Sophia. Like, this song is everywhere right now, and it's kind of good. I don't know how I never heard of it before, but that's the beauty of TikTok. You can find a song that literally is years and years old that you never heard of before, and that could be your most played song of the year. You never know. I don't think that this will be. I think if I had to pick, probably Ordinary Things by Ariana Grande is probably either that or Birds of a Feather are probably gonna be my favorite songs of the year.
Oh, that's a little whole piece of heaven.
I have been working on Anki for literally, it says 52 minutes. I have 100 flashcards, less than 100 flashcards left. So I'm gonna take a little break and then try to finish these before I have to drive back home. I still don't know when he's going to be done, but I'm like ready to start on reviewing my practice exam because that is going to be the main goal for today. I feel like I could get all the questions done, but me saying that, you know, we'll see, because when I was working through them at T's coffee shop, I was going pretty quickly and I had like distractions and stuff, so I feel like if I really just buckle down, I could get it done in like maybe 3 or 4 hours, hopefully. But reviewing your practice exam should take, I read somewhere that it should take double the amount of time that it took you to do it if you're reviewing it right, because you review obviously the questions that you missed and the questions that you got right, especially in the beginning. But I'm gonna take a little break. I'll probably just see you guys at the coffee shop. At least we can knock Anki off the list for today, hopefully, once I get this finished.
Da, da,
Hi guys, I am out of the coffee shop. My brain is fried. I probably spent about 2 hours and 40 minutes of focus time. So my Forest app says 2 hours and 41 minutes of focus time. I have so much to do today. I was just sitting there kind of getting stressed too, because I was like, why did I think that I could review my whole practice exam in 3 hours? Like literally in my head I was like, nah, I could do that. I got 23 questions of chemistry done. I got 12 questions of biochem done, and then 13 questions of psych-soc. So like all in all, that probably equals like one section, but I thought it would be better to spread it out because I was getting kind of irritated. Yeah, that's 48. That's not even a full section. So of course tonight I'm gonna have to do some more work, but our book club book is due on Thursday. So for the rest of the day, I have got to read. It's kind of stressing me out. At least like get a good 150, 200 pages in. I think the book's only like 300, I think is what I saw. So get that done. You guys know I didn't read yesterday but I'm at the nail salon. I'm gonna go get these ratchet things done, and then when we come out, hopefully I'll feel better, have a new attitude, ready to just complete all the rest of my tasks. People are pulling up beside me. So I'm gonna go. I don't even know what time I went in there, but it was really quick. Nails are finished. They're more Christmassy, but I'm okay with that because I don't really like fall colors. Like I like the brown sparkly that I had on. I don't know. My favorite nail colors are like blue, the like burgundy. That one feels more Christmassy, so I'm probably gonna do that next time. Either if it's really close to Christmas, I'll do burgundy. If it's not, then I'll do white, and then I'll do burgundy like when it's really close to Christmas. But I really like this green. I am about to go to the grocery store and pick up some food. I think I'm gonna I got these steak pies from Trader Joe's in last week's vlog, and I think I'm going to make that with rice, but also get some apples and bananas because I like those for my yogurt bowls, and then peanut butter toast. I'll probably eat either a yogurt bowl or peanut butter toast, and then I'll have my steak pies a little bit later because it's 3:42, too early for dinner, but I also haven't eaten lunch. So good morning vlog. I'm at the gym. I'm meeting Caitlin here today. She's on the way. I made a waffle for breakfast, and I have my energy drink. So I actually really love these things, but I didn't end up doing any more work yesterday. Actually, I didn't end up studying anymore yesterday, but I edited, I read. I'm like 70-ish pages into the book that is we're talking about discussing on Thursday. Out of 300 pages, so that's slowly becoming more of a stress than I would like it to, but hopefully this gym session doesn't take too long. We're going on a walk afterwards too, but hopefully it doesn't take more than like 2 hours, and then we can study, and I can go home and read, edit, yada yada yada. Hi guys, I'm back from the gym and back from my walk with Caitlin, and it's a lot later than I would have liked it to be, and I haven't eaten, so I need to go find something quick to eat downstairs. I'm gonna bring these with me today because I literally don't have time to really, so hopefully that'll tie me over. But I'm feeling kind of stressed today because I need to get this book finished. I already showed you guys. I got to like page 70 something last night, so that's gonna be my main priority today, even though, well, after studying's always my main priority because we're on the way to go study. But even though I kind of want to edit this video, I think I'm just gonna try to get as much of this book out of the way because depending on how far I get today is what I have to finish tomorrow and Thursday. And granted, I do have all day Thursday, but I kind of want to finish this book before we go to a women's church night tomorrow, which I'm doing with Caitlin. And yeah, so kind of want to finish it today. Sounds crazy, but at least a good chunk of it today and tomorrow. I'm gonna go eat, go study. Of course, I'll take you along with me. I'm just feeling scatterbrained because I feel like there's so much that I have to do / want to do, and time is slipping away from me today because it's already 12:32. Here's proof that I actually went to the coffee shop. There were so many people in there that I refused to take out my camera. Here's the place. But I'm leaving and going home. I was there for probably a little over 3 hours, and I feel like you can tell because I look disheveled. Okay, now that I'm back home, I can give you kind of a synopsis. So, last time we spoke, I was kind of stressed because I hadn't started studying yet, and I don't want to let reviewing this practice exam take all week, but it is because like I feel like that's the issue that I had in the past is like reviewing questions takes me such a long time, and that would be fine and it will be fine if I make sure that I don't get these questions wrong, which means I need to also practice these questions. I don't know who told my car to turn off because it's literally so cold outside. So I don't want it to take, honestly, more than... Can you please be quiet? I don't want it to take more than, like, honestly, I want tomorrow to be the last day that I review it. If not, I don't think I could get finished with all of them today. But, like, that's the goal. So I am going to study a little bit more tonight, so I'll take you guys along with me. But as you know, I also have book club on Thursday. And so I need to read this book because I'm only on page, like, 75 out of 300. And that's also been stressing me out. So that's what I'm going to do during my break. I'm not going to edit today, even though it's technically been, like, over a week since I posted. It's just, I feel like there's a lot on my plate, but like I always remind myself they're all things I want to do. And even today, like on the way to the coffee shop, I was so tired, guys. First of all, I drank the whole coffee. I got a large. The whole thing down within like my first hour of being there. And I just like kept telling myself, this is no one else's dream but your own. We've had this conversation before, like this is no one else's dream but your own. I just kept repeating it, and I was like, so you have to work for it. And so that helped me a little bit. But yeah, I'm just feeling a little bit overwhelmed. And then when I was sitting there, I was like, oh my gosh, I have this church event tomorrow. It's cold outside. Like I think that my curly hair looks good. Like I have to wet it all the way down, and then I don't really have like a blow dryer or a diffuser. I should probably invest in one, but I like the way that my curls look when they are wet and when they air dry. But I can't do that during the winter time, obviously, because my head is going to be cold and I'm gonna be sick. So I was like, maybe I should just straighten my hair for tomorrow's events. Like I'm going to church with my friends on Wednesday. I have book club on Thursday. My siblings will be home this weekend, and I'm pretty sure we're doing something. Like I should just go ahead and straighten my hair. That's time that I don't have between finishing out this practice exam and reading this book, editing this vlog. Now I'm gonna add this to my list. So here's what I'm thinking. I'm gonna go inside and read till I get to a good amount. I feel like the book is about to pick up. Even though I don't really like it, I think that it's gonna pick up, you know. I mean, most fantasy books pick up after like the first 100 pages. So I'm right at the mark, and what's happening right now, it's pretty interesting. The main characters they just met. So I think that it'll pick up. I want to be able to get to page like 200, maybe. I know that sounds like a lot, but I feel like I could do it. And only have like 100 or so to do after that. If I make it to page like 200 around there, I will feel good about going back and studying for the rest of the night. So that's what I'm gonna do. For tonight, I think I want to go ahead and finish my section because I've been trying to spread it out. Like I've done 33 I think reviews for chemistry physics. I've done 23 for biochem, and then I've done 23 for psych-soc. So I'm trying to like spread it out, and then I'll read cars at the end, like read through it again, and then I have to put all those into Anki. And I'm so close to being done. I can feel it. I only have literally 15 minutes of rough cut editing for my vlog, and then I get to go in and do all the fun stuff, so like adding the text and stuff. So I'm super close to being done with that too. So I feel like slowly but surely I'm making my way through all of these tasks, but it is a little bit worrisome that like I don't have a singular thing crossed off. So the plan: tonight, I'm going to study, try to get psych-soc done, try to get one of the sections done, and the other one's very close to being done. And then I have like 50 more cards on my Anki to do because I split it up, and I didn't do the second half before I left because I was trying to avoid 5 o'clock traffic because it's 4:34 right now. That's the plan school-wise. Book-wise, read till page 200. And then hair-wise, I think I'm going to wake up tomorrow, go to the coffee shop bright and freaking early. So bright and freaking early. Once I get done with that, I'll go to the gym around like noon-ish, and then I'll come home, wash my hair. While it's like air drying a little bit, I will focus, Erica. I'll probably study some more or read the book some more, and then I'll do my hair, which is so risky. Oh my gosh, I have that church event, and then I'll probably go to the church event. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, there's so much to do, but like at the same time, like I like my weeks being like this, so I'm not complaining by any means. I'm just trying to figure out how I can make the best use of all my time and like get all the things done that I want / need to get done. I'm gonna take a few more minutes of a brain break in the car, and I'm gonna go inside and start reading. It's also so cold. I like that it's cold. It's actually only 67 degrees. That's what my car is telling me, but it feels so cold. And you see how it's like kind of like cloudy outside? I was literally sitting at the coffee shop and I was like, is it about to rain? Like maybe I should go, because I don't really enjoy driving in the rain. And I was like, oh, the sun's setting at 5 p.m. The sun is setting in less than 30 minutes. Did you know you have 30 minutes? Yes, 30 30 minutes. Maybe that's why I feel so rushed throughout my day too, because I'm like, the moment I open my eyes, I'm racing the clock. I felt this way during MED. did I really feel this way in college? No. Sometimes in college, I felt like the days would never end. I was like, God dang, is it an appropriate time to go to bed yet? That's how I felt in college. But yeah, I feel like I'm racing the clock. All good things. I really feel like I can do this. By the time that I go to church tomorrow, I should be hopefully a lot less stressed. I should have the book finished because I want to get it done by tomorrow. That way when I go to church, I can have a grand old time. We're having Friendsgiving for the book club. So I have to bring baked goods. And the goods are not baked. They're not baked. So I do, in fact, have to do that. I have to clean my bathroom. That was another thing because my sister's coming home literally tomorrow. Like, there's so much to be done personal life-wise. Studying for the MCAT during holiday season should be studied. Because it's easy to do stuff in the morning, but I find myself in the late hours of the day, my time just goes to other things. So I need to make better use of my time next month, at least reading the book wise, maybe get it out of the way. But that's what I did last month, and everybody was a little bit upset because I finished the book in 4 hours. So, okay, that's enough talking for me. I will see you guys later tonight when I get ready to study. Good morning, vlog. Do I look crazy with my hair like this? Be honest, do I look like a boy? Anyways, good morning. It is Wednesday. I want to finish reviewing my practice exam today. I didn't come back yesterday like I said I would. I ended up finishing reading the book because I think that whenever I know that I have things quote unquote due, but like with other people, I get like, I don't know, like flustered. Like I'm a very early type of person. I'd rather have it done early. So yeah, I just knocked that out. I literally read, I was on page like 70 and I read 369. So basically 300 pages yesterday night because I started at like 5. But I did go back and finish my Anki. I just didn't because I was using this camera to film my reading vlog. So I just didn't change out the SD card. But I want to try to finish it today as much as possible. So we're on our way to the coffee shop to study. Of course, on the day where I said I was going to straighten my hair, it starts raining. I'm still going to. I just got finished studying at the coffee shop. I didn't do my normal 3-4 hours. I would say I was there from like 9:30. It's 12:30 right now, so I studied for a good 2 hours and some change. But I think I'm going to study some more while I let my roots dry after washing my hair. But once again, I was just getting stressed about all the things that I have to do. And I want to make sure I'm on time to the church event tonight and like look presentable. I don't want to be halfway through my hair at like 6. So I'm going to go home, eat some chocolate covered pretzels while I sit in my car and decompress, and then get out, quickly change, go to the gym, go for a run, stretch, come home, shower, let my roots dry, probably clean. Just a lot to get done. So hopefully I'm gonna study at some point during that time for another hour, because bare minimum I promised myself like 3 hours of focus time a day. So let me tell y'all something. I've been listening to, I don't know if this is the Apple, what do you call it, wrap up from 2022 or what, but I've been listening to all the ones that I've had this far. It's from 2023. Slap. Sometimes I forget how good my music taste is until I go back and listen to like an old playlist. But these are better because I feel like all of the old like Apple things that I had, like all of my playlists before they started doing the Apple like wrap up, were like my ratchet high school songs that I no longer listen to. These, I mean, I listen to Archer pretty often, but I'm just saying it smacks. Anyways, I'm home. And I don't even think I'm gonna eat a snack. I think I'm gonna just go straight to the gym and run, because the quicker I can wash my hair, see what I'm working with, I don't know, part of me is like, it's not going to take you that long, and I really feel that, but I also felt that same way about reading this book and reading and doing my practice tests. But I forgot to tell you guys in my rush of getting to the car while it was raining that I completed my psych-soc section, and I have half of the chemistry, less than half of the chemistry to do, and about half of the biology to do. So I'm getting close to being done. Man, that song hit. Do y'all ever just think about like the lyrics to your favorite song, and like you think about how they relate to your life. Not in like a sad way, it's just like in a futuristic way. One day I'm going to be singing this song, God willing, and I'll be thinking like, you could stay. Like, I'll have my partner, I'll be like, you could stay, and they did stay. Oh, but The Archer is so good because one, I feel like a lot of songs that I like right now, at least if they're like love songs or whatever, or like heartbreak songs, the reason why I relate to them so much is probably some book that I just read. But The Archer, it will always remind me of Once Upon a Broken Heart. And like every time it comes on, I just think about them. But also, I think it reminds me of like literally all of my favorite romance books because it just describes the girls' emotions so well, and the guys. Like, I'm thinking about Hardin and Tessa. I'm thinking about Laura Jean, Peter Kavinsky. I'm thinking about Evangeline and her love interest. I'm thinking about all of them. I'm thinking about Divine Rivals, though, is more of like, honestly, Divine Rivals is very torture poets department coded, now that I'm thinking about it. I'm about to start reading, what's the second one? I literally just downloaded it on my Kindle last night, because I was like, I need to start picking up the reading, because fantasy books are my favorite, and I normally read them when it's cold out, but it just started getting cold out. Like, it was like 80 degrees like a week ago. I just have a lot going on. I'm gonna go inside and then quickly get to the gym. I feel like once I shower, half of the battle is done. You know what I'm saying?
Rated R. Live from the...
Oh, guys, remember how I've been talking about Apple Replay and I was like, oh, I wish I could like see the previous years? Something told me to Google it, and you can literally go back as far as you've had Apple Music. 2017, I was literally a senior in high school. That's so crazy. Like I said, I'm not gonna listen to any of those, but the fact that I have my 2021 playlist, literally sour. Okay, there's Deja Vu, comes in at number 3. Favorite Crime comes in at number 4. Driver's License 10. Good For You 20. Hope You're Okay 29. Brutal 37. Happier 38. Traitor 43. Enough For You 89. Jealousy 98. That's insane. I knew that I love sour, but I just downloaded 2024. I didn't know it was out. Birds of a Feather is number 1 spot. Nights Like This. Nervous. Oh, maybe I shouldn't try to be perfect. I do love that song. We Can't Be Friends. Ordinary Things. What'd I tell y'all? I knew Ordinary Things is coming in. Top spot. Consume. Run for the Hills. This one isn't finalized though. I can tell. I think I'm about to listen to Eternal Sunshine actually while I'm in the shower. The whole thing. Just keep it on replay. Okay, goodbye. Hi guys, I'm literally rushing for time. I have to get ready to go, but I wanted to check in. I'm gonna go to church. I'll see you guys when I come back. I didn't have time to study before, which I should have known, because I cleaned my bathroom, blew out my hair. Literally that took up all of my time. Good morning vlog. It's the next day. I feel like I can't see you. I don't even know where we last left off. And I was thinking this morning, I was like, oh, I forgot to bring the vlog to like, not that I don't know. I forgot to bring the vlog with me so I could have vlogged the parts of church that I felt like comfortable with. And I was like, wait, it's not that type of vlog. Vlogging this MCAT process has been tricky because sometimes I feel like it's nothing to show. Like, I literally do the same things every day. I don't know. It just feels so awkward. With my reading vlogs, there's a purpose. Like, I'm taking my reading vlog tonight with me to the friend's Thanksgiving. I'm not taking you guys because it has nothing to do with studying. And then, like, if I'm vlogging what I do on a daily basis or, like, a weekly vlog, then I take my camera around with me for the whole, like, time. It feels easier because then I have more footage than not, and I can, like, control what I want to include and what I don't and, like, what seems boring. Sorry, it's so hot. But with this vlog, I just feel like, I don't know, it doesn't seem interesting. It doesn't seem fun. I feel like I'm not really doing a good job of showing me studying because there's always a bunch of people like at the coffee shop and around, and like sometimes if I'm sitting against the wall then I'll vlog, but if I'm not sitting against the wall then I won't vlog because I don't want to get people behind me weird stares, because it is weird to record. It's not weird to record yourself, but it is weird to record other people in public, and if I'm recording myself but there's people sitting behind me, then you know, I don't know. I just feel like I'm not doing a good job, and I don't know, I need more structure. So this might be the last one. I said that we were going to talk about what I missed the most of my plan going forward, but honestly reviewing this practice exam has taken me a lot longer than I thought, and it's because I also have had so much other things. I mean, it's the week before Thanksgiving, so I don't know why I didn't think that it was going to be tricky. And this is just making me nervous for like Christmas time, because obviously for Christmas most college students get out for like a month. So my brother will be home, my sister gets out, I think her school's a little bit different, but she'll be here for like 2 or 3 weeks. So like, I don't know, it's just making me nervous. She's literally home right right now. So I don't know what I'm gonna do about these study vlogs, but I'll probably end up taking a break or like figuring out a way to make them more like surrounding a purpose, because right now there's no purpose for this vlog. And I think that that's what's bothering me, because I'm like, oh, there's no reason for me to pick up my camera other than to yap. No one wants to listen to you yap for hours and hours and hours, especially repeating the same thing, which is, I'm going to the coffee shop to study. Yeah, I feel kind of like weird. With all that being said, I'm gonna go study, and I'll see you guys there. Good morning, guys. It's been a heck of a week. Today is finally Friday. I'm on my way to the coffee shop to study, but I didn't talk to you guys yesterday after I finished studying, so I figured I'd talk to you now, before and after. Yesterday, I finished up my general chemistry physics section, so I'm finished reviewing 2 out of the 4 sections. I'm halfway through, a little under halfway through the biology, so that's going to be my main focus today, because I really want to just like get it done. But I don't know, I always feel like I see all these people saying that it only took them like 2 days to review their exam. And I'm like, how are y'all doing that? Granted, I guess like if I started studying more, but like some days I feel like I genuinely can't. I'm like, I'd go freaking insane. So I don't know. But I feel like it's completely different when you're reviewing your practice exam, because obviously I did an AAMC one. So I'm like reviewing it and like making sure that I'm understanding why I got it wrong, understanding how they asked like the question, understanding the options that they gave us, because how they like phrase the answer questions, I've actually seen like common themes in them of like ways that they're gonna try to trick you with like units and like scientific notation and stuff like that. Sorry, I'm not staring at you guys. I'm literally trying to think. I'm like taking it really, really seriously, like more seriously than when I review my UWorld cues. Like sometimes some of the UWorld questions, I'm like, this is so hard. Like I'm just gonna have to agree to not understand this. Like one of the circuitry problems, I was like, I hope I never come across this on the actual MCAT, because I don't even know how we got to there. So yeah, that is another thing that I'm like thinking about. I'm like, okay, are they reviewing it the same way that I am? Like, I don't need to compare my journey to these people that I've seen online who I've never talked to, or even people like I know, like everyone's different. But at the same time, I really want to take my exam in January. Like I don't want to, there's no exams in February. I don't know why that is, but there's none. So it's either January or March. And I really want to take it in January, because taking it in March just feels like so drawn out, and I don't want to do that. So I'm striving. I set a little timer on my phone, as you guys know, of when I like need to look at test dates. I think I'm 27 days away, and I told you guys that I'm okay to pay the late fee. So literally like at the end of December, I have to decide which test date I want to take, but I'm okay to pay the late fee. I'm okay with like driving and staying somewhere. Like I don't care, because there's been times where I literally booked out my exam for months and months and months, and I still had to drive to Wilmington. I still had to drive to Cary. I literally stayed. I've gotten one test date and I did the worst on that test. So I was like, you know what? I'm fine with going wherever. So that's kind of my thought process on everything, is like, I will sign up when I see that I'm at least, I said 10 points out. They say that you should do that, but I'm thinking more of like 5 to 7 points away from my goal score, which at that point I'll be ecstatic either way. I really feel like I could do it. So I'm just going to channel that and keep going, because I really feel like I'm so close to breaking my breaking point, but in a good way, like really close to like breaking good ground. Is that a saying? I don't know, but I'll see y'all at the coffee shop. My shoulders look so dry. Say hey. Pookies! I missed you, and my camera's about to die, so I gotta make this quick. I feel like you can't really see me. So as you saw, I went to Starbucks and studied today. I actually am in the next town over, the town where my grandparents live, and we're gonna visit them today, but my mom and my sister had a spa. I'm at the spa. Oh, hold on. Hello?
When do you want your appointment for your facial?
What days do they have? Any day works, really.
Let's see who you had.
Anyways, I'm really proud of myself because I wasn't gonna come at first, but I really wanted to see my grandparents. The last time, I've literally haven't come like the past few times my family has came because I've been at home studying. But I was like, you know what? While y'all are in the spa, I'll go to Starbucks in this town and go study, which is like a big thing for me because I get really stuck in routines and I like to go to the same places. Like literally I go to the same coffee shop every single day and study. So yeah, I branched out. The people were really nice. I got like 3 girls complimenting me on my bag, the Coach Lana bag. I love that bag. So if you need a reason to buy it, here's your reason to buy it because it holds so much stuff. It does hold my laptop, but I'd rather just carry my laptop, but I can stick my laptop in there, and it's the 13-inch. But I did see a girl on TikTok say that her laptop didn't fit in there, and I think hers is bigger than 13 inches. I don't know why I'm going on this rant, but yesterday, I think we left off with me and Callie in the coffee shop. Yesterday, I finished reviewing my practice exam, but I didn't review cars. I should have did that first, but I saved it for last. So I reviewed that today, and then I started making my Ankis. I'm on like question 15 of chemistry, so got a lot to go there, but hopefully I can get some of that done, and then just start doing practice questions again and the cycle repeats. Here's my mom, but I'll see you guys later. Hopefully I can get some more studying done today, but I was at Starbucks for like 2 hours, so. Okay guys, I just got finished reading a book. This is the wrong SD card. I gotta talk about this book, so I'm gonna keep this short. Thank you so much for watching this video. It is the end of this video because I'm not gonna be doing any studying for the rest of the night. I'll probably study a little bit tomorrow, but Sundays are normally my break days, and I try not to vlog on those days, so yeah. I don't know when I'll see you guys again because I don't really like this format. We talked about it a little bit. I need to figure out how I'm gonna vlog this type of stuff, but I figure I'll probably be back when it's time to take our next practice exam, or if I have some interesting like news or something. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!